Hey guys, it's Lee here. Welcome to another crypto mining update video. So recently I've been mining Feathercoin, which uses the Neoscrypt algorithm, and to mine that I've been using the fork of CCminer, and the fork that I've been using is the SPmod. The actual specific version that I've been using is 1.5.73, and that gives me the best results with Neoscrypt, the Neoscrypt algorithm, which I've been then using to mine Feathercoin. It's not as fast as the newer versions for the other algorithms. For example, I think that the current version of the SPmod is 1.5.78, and I think that's a little bit fast on like the Lyra 2 RE and X11, but it's much slower on Neoscrypt, and currently I've been finding that Neoscrypt is the most profitable coin to GPU mine recently, so that's one I've been kind of focusing on. But I was actually checking through my YouTube comments today. There's a couple of people that got back to me on a few other ones of my videos, and a person by the name of Kutaki informed me that a new fork of this CCminer had been released by someone called DJM34, and basically it had been more optimized and was faster for Neoscrypt mining. So I thought I'd go and check it out. As I said, I would do, because I like to obviously have the most kind of efficient setup and all that kind of good stuff. So I went and I downloaded it. I'll put the link in the actual description, and I got really good results from it. So let's just close the original one that I was using. So this is the SPmod 0.73 version of the CCminer. So I'm just going to close that down. Oh, actually, crap! I was meant to just show you the results here, but I know what the results was anyway. So that was averaging at about 520 hashes per second. And what I wanted to work out was the efficiency of the system. And I also know that it was using 305 watts. That's not just the graphics card, that's the whole total system. So what that gives us is a number which is 1.70, and I'll just do to the third sort of digit, 1.704, and that gives us a rate of hashes per second per watt. So basically that gives us like a baseline efficiency of that particular miner in this particular sort of system. So that's a good number to know. If you're paying for your electric, as a lot of people will be, that gives you a good basis to know what your efficiency is like. So let's go to the new miner, which is the DJM34 Neoscrypt. The one that I'm going to be using is it's one that's optimized for CUDA 6.5. I did try the 7.5, but it was a little bit slower. So I'll just fire up the 6.5. We'll get that going, and you'll be able to see kind of what results. It'll take a couple of minutes to sort of kick in. The actual the bat file for it is just a really simple setup. Literally just kind of your Feathercoin address and just a basic password. I used Coinotron for my mining pool, and that worked quite well. So you can see immediately the actual hash rate is really fast, much faster than the SPmod. So we're coming up on 600. Sorry, just drinking water there, a bit of a dry mouth, apologies. So yeah, just on the sort of 10th accepted share, we're already on 605. So I'm just going to let it go just maybe up to about 20, and that'll kind of give us a bit more of a balanced kind of number. You can see on the right hand side I've got the Msi Afterburner running as well. And just gives us some basic sort of stats for the actual machine. You can see the actual graphics card that I'm using is a MSi GTX 970. It's a really good card. It works really quietly and efficiently, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. You can see I've actually got it's actually installed in the actual my home computer, and it's actually in the case, and the case is on, so it does get a bit warm in there. But you know, mostly I'll just use this for home computing and also gaming and stuff like that as well. So I'm not too concerned about the overall heat and stuff of the system. It's more just as a, you know, not a dedicated mining machine, more just a hobby machine for general purpose. Like I say, you can see the sort of temperature creeping up to about 80 there, and also the fan speed is coming up to about 80 as well. But having said that, like I say, it's still fairly quiet. So I'm just going to see how much. I'm going to have a look under the desk and see how much power we're actually using. And the actual the wattage is about the same pretty much. It's actually just dropped down just a little bit now. It's about 295 up to about 300. So I'm just going to put the wattage down at 300. Also in the previous calculations I said hashes per second, but it's actually kilohash per second. But you know, as long as you do the same calculation, that's fine. As long as you're comparing apples to apples, I think is the expression. Or is it oranges? I don't know. So we're kind of heading up towards 620. If it sort of gets there, it's kind of dropping a little bit back down again now. So give it a couple more, see if it goes any higher. We've already got like, you know, like 100 kilohash increase anyway, so right off the bat it's much faster, and we're using the same power consumption as well, so it's obviously going to be a lot more efficient. Let's just see if this next accepted share comes through and see what number we get. 614 again. Okay, I'm going to use that as our number, so we're just going to do 614 kilohash per second, and so it's 614 divided by 300 watts, and that's going to give us our kind of number. So it's 2.04, so we get that kilohashes per second per watt. So you can see it's more efficient, so that's our number. So with the other system we're getting 1.7, and we're on this particular mining setup we're getting 2, so that's really good. So this piece of mining software is not only faster, it's also just as efficient. In fact, it's actually more efficient than the previous miner as well, so it goes faster and it's more efficient, so it's like a double improvement. So that is really good. So if you are mining Neoscrypt algorithm, so coins like Feathercoin, then and you have an NVIDIA graphics card, obviously that's important to point out, then this is definitely going to be the mining software that you want to be using. I just noticed as well that the actual numbers is kind of just going down just a little touch there as well, but just to show you, even at 600 at the same power, 300 watts, so it's almost 2 exactly. Didn't really need to get the calculator out for that, but just to sort of show you. The other thing I did actually try with it as well, and the other thing I don't know is I have left it running for I don't know, I think I was out for about an hour or so, and it seemed to be running quite stable, but I've not actually left it overnight or any real long-term running. But I'm going to presume, because it's kind of got the same base foundation, I'm presuming it's probably going to be just as reliable, hopefully. What I'll do now is just to sort of finish off this video, I'm just going to crank up the clock speed and just kind of show you what I get with an overclock sort of setting. So I'm just going to, well, actually that's the wrong button. I'm just going to increase the fan speed as well. Oh, my mistake. Would help if I actually clicked the apply button. So we've gone with an increase of 175 megahertz on the core clock, and I'll just show you what that brings down to. You might just be able to hear the fan ever so slightly more as well. Might be able to hear that a little bit. So that brings our core clock speed up to 1443, 55. I don't know why it's just touched up that last little bit. So 1455 is the current clock speed. The original one was about 1300. You can see our fan speed has increased to 90. Memory clock's the same. And the core temperature is also the same as well. Just back over to the left hand side, just looking on the actual miner itself, just seeing how that's increased. I think when I tried it previously, I got it to, I can't think what it was. I think it was maybe 670 or something like that, I think maybe. So this is starting, so the numbers are still continuing to go up slightly. We've just hit 650 now, and it seems to be increasing on each accepted share. I'm just going to check the power consumption now that we've overclocked it slightly. It's kind of odd because at the moment it's using the same power, still using the system is still using 300 watts. When I tried it earlier, I think it went up to about 330, but on this particular run it seems to be sort of holding at the same level for some reason. You know, I would expect it to use a bit more. That would certainly seem to make sense, but yeah, at the moment the little gizmo that I've got that says the wattage, which is the actual wattage on the actual plug itself at the wall effectively, yeah, that's still saying the same number, so it's still 300 watts. And we're coming up 670 now. Not sure how much more we got. Yeah, but I think maybe previously when I was just sort of doing this test before, I think maybe it got to 685 or something like that. It's still climbing slightly, so I'm just going to see if it gets to 680, and then I'll just show you what the maths works out, how efficient it is. I'm sorry if my voice keeps on going a little bit funny as well. It's kind of, I'm keep ducking my head under the desk to see what the wattage is and check that. So it might be yeah, my voice might be fading sort of in and out effectively for you guys. So apologies if that is the case. Okay, so we're just coming just up to about 680. I'm not sure if it's just going to cross over there or not. Is it or ain't it? Always feels like time kind of slows down. Yay, 680. Okay, so let's just do the maths on that. So 680 kilohashes per second divided by 300. I'm just going to double check, see if we're using the same wattage. We are. So 2.26 is the number. 2.26 kilohashes per second per watt. So that's super. So you can see you can overclock this as well and get really good results of it. So I think that's about it for this video, guys. I just wanted to share how that compares with the previous miner and everything that I've been using. And yeah, I think that's all for this one. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments box below, and yeah, I should be sure to get back to everyone. I do like reading the comments. I do like engaging with people and, you know, discussing all of these kind of things. So that would be great if you want to do that. Till the next video, guys, I'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.